Hello everyone and welcome back to the second episode of Dragon Age Origins. So, I'm sorry I just ate, so yeah. So I'm a bit dry in the mouth because I didn't drink anything, but okay, let's continue here. So, for an example, if I use a bow for a certain amount of time, I'm allowed to spend a point in archery. This is just an example. And if I've used, as I've done now, used a shield and a sword, I'm allowed to, or I have to, spend a point in either shield and sword, or a point in a warrior, or whatever that thing is.
Are you ready to face him? Or will you rest first?
Durin, he's a bit concerned. I mean, it's the last enemy, and he's not too confident with his sword and shield. Says he normally uses a two-handed. So, what can you tell me about Friendly Ivo?
He is a decorated fighter who prefers unusual weapons and rarely fights with the same techniques twice.
House Ivo is relatively inconsequential, but Franlin may change that. He's expected to take a full command of his own soon.
Okay. Well, let me fight this Friendly Ivo.
Very good. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Aeducan. It is down to just 2 warriors, with backbones of stone and wills of iron. They have defeated all others this day. Lord Aeducan will fight Friendly Ivo, second son of Lord Ivo.
You fight well. I wish you glory today and glory tomorrow.
May you be as stone.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. The victor is champion. Fight!
So, let's see here. We only have one ability, so...
No quarter! We will prevail!
Oh, fuck, stunned.
You're no match for me!
We may actually need to
Taste steel!
use a potion here. No, we don't.
The winner is Lord Aeducan.
Okay. Let's claim our reward.
Congratulations. Friendly Ivo is as fierce a competitor as I've ever seen. You vanquished every warrior of note in today's proving. The ceremonial helm, commissioned by your father for today's winner, is yours.
I'll wear it proudly.
Your glory honors every warrior here.
Okay, I've been here enough, and Durin feels like he has to go to this.
My lord? Your wish is our command.
This thing that he was supposed to go to. So let's go there now. And I couldn't actually find a place to buy a two-handed sword. So I'll have to actually, if I level, I'll have to put a skill point in either warrior or weapon and shield, actually. So, which I didn't want to do, but since I only have a shield and a sword, I can only, I mean, it should make sense since that I can only put a skill point on the
Look, the Grey Wardens
shield
are
and
here.
sword.
Many
I
thanks
see what he
for your
has to
willingness
say
to
here.
hear me out, my lord.
I guess.
I wish to speak to you of a matter most urgent.
I mean, I guess we can hear him out. Of course, Lord Days.
There is a vote coming before the Assembly next week. And a word from you could go a long way towards helping our cause.
I mean, he's not interested in politics, but no harm done listening to him, so what cause?
The vote concerns the status of the so-called surface caste. Lost to the stone, air-touched, and so forth. Centuries ago, narrow-minded men declared that any dwarf who left to live on the surface forfeited his caste, and his house if noble. That he was, in essence, no longer a dwarf. I seek only to remedy an injustice, to retie the bonds of anyone who can trace himself to one of the noble houses wherever he may live. Please, agree to speak for this noble cause.
I mean, he's not like, it feels like this isn't his choice to make, so, but he's still a bit interested why he want to like take up this cause. So why so interested in this particular cause?
Those on the surface are our lifeline. They facilitate trade with the surface. They're honorable and, well, let's be honest. I don't care a whit for those who have wandered from the stone. My wife, however, is a gem of a different color. She has a cousin, a useless sort, but she's quite fond of him. He joined a speculative venture to the surface, hoping to make his fortune, and went bust. Now he wishes to come home, but he cannot, for he has no house and would be casteless. For my wife's sake, I take up his cause. Will you lend me your voice?
As I said before, he feels that this is not his choice to make. Even though it's a pretty noble cause, even though it's just for one man, but I'm afraid I can't help you.
I am quite disappointed in your lack of sympathy. Good day to you.
Okay, so let's continue to the Lord Aducan.
My king, please reconsider.
Or King
Trade
Aducan.
contracts alone could bring great prosperity to our houses.
Will we really turn our back on our brothers and a potential fortune in cheap labor because of a political technicality?
Denial of the traditions of our people does not qualify as a political technicality. There is more to life than monetary gains, my lords Bimo and Mino. The Assembly of Kal Sharok will respect the rule of Orzammar, or they will rot and die alone, surrounded by enemies.
Yes, my king.
But look, we have company to spare us further wrangling. Atrast Vala, my son. How fine you look in your great-grandfather's armor.
I
hear you were declared champion of the Provings. I suppose you were never one to sit by when something exciting was going on. Are you ready to be presented to the heads of the noble houses?
Of course, father.
So dutiful. Very well, let us begin. Lords, ladies, grant me a moment of your time. We are here today so I may present to you my second eldest child, blessed by the stone and born of the blood that ran in the veins of the Paragon Aducan, who would pose a question to the prospective commander. Who seeks to know the prospect better? No? Very well then. The ritual is complete. I give you Orzammar's next commander.
Yay.
Tomorrow, our newest commander will lead part of a mission to strike a great blow to the Darkspawn. Not only does this recover access to some of our most important mines, but it also allows our honored guest Duncan, head of Ferelden's Grey Wardens, to strike far into the deep roads.
Thank you, King Endrin. While the Darkspawn seem to withdraw, it is only because they are massing on the surface. This could mean a blight, and my men and I will discover the truth.
We are honored to have you with us, my friend. Now, feast, drink, and celebrate, for the morning brings battle! As for you, my new commander, find your brother Trian and send him to me. He may be watching the provings, or getting some rest in his rooms.
Of course, father.
Walk well, commander.
Okay, so let's see where he is actually now. He's probably in his room, I guess, since it was locked before. Let's see. It's not this way. It's up here, I guess. Yeah, Trian's room. Unlocked.
So you're a commander now, in name at least. Shouldn't you be attending our King Father?
Well, Trian, father actually wants to see you.
Of course he does. We must discuss strategy before tomorrow's battle. Balin, stay here and stroke the new commander's conceit if you like. But then get to bed.
All day I've put up with that. He can really grate on the nerves.
I agree.
And what I'm going to tell you next won't make you any more fond of him.
What? What are you talking about?
Trian has begun to move against you. I never thought his much proclaimed honor would allow him to actually act on his jealousy. Big brother.
What?
Trian is going to try to kill you.
Surely not. Seems a little far-fetched, actually.
I wouldn't have believed it myself if I hadn't overheard him giving orders to his men. Trian's decided you're a threat to his taking the throne. Maybe he's right.
Well, I'm not there, he is, so...
Trian's the named prince, but only the Assembly can proclaim a king. It would be unusual for the Assembly to ignore the king's choice, but it does happen.
The founder of House Vimo became a paragon and king in one move from the Assembly, and he was a commoner.
That was an extraordinary case, but at least a half-dozen times the Assembly named a lesser family member, or even someone from another house, as king. Usually, it's the popular younger brother of an undesirable prince.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that interruption. Usually it's popular... It's the young... popular young brother of an undesirable king. Or prince, sorry. So Trian thinks the Assembly would prefer me.
Look at it from his perspective. You're more personable than he's ever been. You entered the provings held in your own honor just for glory and to please the crowds. If you win glory against the Darkspawn tomorrow, it will only strengthen the case for you as the next heir. Trian fears father will replace him on the spot. If not, the Assembly will surely turn against him when father dies. You know his pride will never allow him to step aside.
Well, I won't actually fight Trian, but I guess I'll be prepared for anything.
You're my elder. I'll respect any decision you make, but please be careful. I don't want to lose the brother I actually like.
You worry too much, so...
One of us has to. I'm taking your place as father's second, so I'll be at hand tomorrow. For now, try to get some sleep.
May the Paragon smile down on you.
Okay, so Durin is really concerned now, actually, since he don't know what to believe. He's a bit confused.
Treon and his men will clear the way for the Grey Wardens to descend into the easternmost caverns. Those caverns are still infested by the worst of the Darkspawn. We cannot risk our own troops in there.
Understood, Lord Haramont. We should be able to sense the Darkspawn and avoid them once the way is open.
May the Paragons favor you, and the stone catch you if you fall.
Come, men! Glory awaits!
Balin, you and your men will second the king, clearing the main road.
Don't you think it looks a little cowardly to allow these humans to take our place where the fighting is thickest?
Are you questioning the battle plan?
Of course not. I'm sure your
And
caution
this is
for
what
the
I
glory
mean,
of
that
us all.
Balin has been a
Enough,
bit
Balin. Take your men and
weird
make ready.
lately.
Haramont and I need to have words with your sibling.
Good luck, my brother.
Your father has a special mission for you.
In the eastern deep roads, there is a secret door carved into the stone.
The door leads to a Taig, abandoned long ago by your ancestors. The Darkspawn have made it impossible to reach.
My father believed that the shield of the Paragon Aidukan remains in that Taig, under the stones of the central room. Reclaim the shield, and glory will be yours.
To glory.
We've sent 2 scouts ahead to make sure the tunnels are cleared. But be careful. One of the scouts will meet you at the first crossroads you come to. The second will be further in. When you get to the door, use your signet ring to open it. Questions?
Meet the scout, find the door, grab the shield. Got it.
Very good. The crossroads where you meet the first scout will be the rendezvous point. There you can present the shield to the lords and demonstrate the strength of Aidukan.
May the ancestors watch over you, my
And
child.
to you. Okay, let's take a look actually at this proving helm. Which is worst that I have actually. I guess we'll end it here since, I mean, I don't want to make 2 long episodes like last time, a 45-minute episode or whatever it was. So, like, favorite and subscribe, leave a comment if you like, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.